I had a great email. It was a question from Trey asking, do I go to Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous? And the answer, you saw the thumbnail, is neither. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sober Stacker. I woke up sober this morning. You know it, I went to bed sober last night, man. It's the way it works. Good days, fantastic days, downright just shitty, horrible days that you just want to forget. Get through them. Get to bed sober. You wake up sober. You got a fresh start. Life is waiting, man. Life is worth it, I promise. All right, Trey, and anybody else that's wondering, I used to. I've been to hundreds, I would say, of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous meetings. I've not been to any in Tulsa whatsoever. I started back in Maryland when I first decided I was going to really give it a shot at getting clean and sober. I started going to Alcoholics Anonymous. I got my 24-hour chip. I got my 30-day chip. And it didn't last. You know, I didn't do the program the way the program is meant to be done. I was more just a body in the back of the room, listening to other people talk about their addiction. The thing about Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous that I find is it's supposed to be, when you get up and tell your story, it's supposed to be what it was like, what happened to change it, and what life is like now. It's usually never like that, you know, based on the meetings I went to. And please understand, I am not saying do not go to AA or NA. If it is working for you, absolutely go. I know people, or I have known people, that would go to 2, 3, 4 meetings a day, especially in early recovery, just to give them somewhere to go, just to be active, just to have something to do with to hang out with people who are supposed to be clean and sober. Supposed to be. That is the key point. I don't want the adjective of my life to be what life was like then. Because life is wonderful now. So when I go to a AA or NA meeting and I'm constantly hearing about addiction, I'm constantly hearing people talk about addiction, sometimes it just puts me off. It's like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I understand that this is your recovery, that you are needing to come to this meeting, and I'm not saying, hey, I'm better than everybody because I've got 4+ years sober, but I've noticed in recovery, or in Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous too, people with 10, 15, 20 years will introduce themselves and say, I'm a recovering alcoholic, or I'm a recovering addict. Well, at some point we recover. I am recovered. I am no longer battling cravings. I'm no longer having those thoughts of, you know, today I'm just going to I'm going to say to hell with it and just give up and go start drinking again. I don't have those. I am recovered from my addiction. That does not mean that I can just let my guard down and live any way I want and do whatever I want. Absolutely not. I don't go to bars. I don't go to restaurants that serve alcohol. Not because I think, hey, there's a chance it might bother me. Well, yeah, maybe it will. I don't know. I just don't go. My wife is not interested. My wife doesn't drink. So when we go out to eat or whatever, we just don't go to the sports bars. We don't go to the places that sell the big cold beers and the fancy drinks and stuff like that. You know, we'll go to Brahms or, you know, whatever. You get my point. changing my lifestyle, it just came natural this time. And a lot of the meetings that I went to, oh boy, I've been to meetings where people were peeing on themselves because they were still drunk. I've been to meetings where one guy, he was all cracked out, I guess I can say that on this YouTube, and he had tried to cut his own hair like I have mine, except there were big just patches. Obviously he was still high. I've been to a meeting and had to excuse myself to go to the restroom real quick, and there was a bottle of vodka on the back of the toilet the urinal that I guess somebody used the bathroom, put it up there, and just forgot it was there. They remembered, I'm sure, because when they wanted that drink and all of a sudden it wasn't, so they brought it to a meeting. Any and everybody can come to a meeting. You don't have to be sober to come to a meeting. But I've been to a meeting where a guy was just openly drinking vodka at the meeting, at the table, and he was talking about how he can't quit. I understand. And it was the same type of vodka that I drank. McCormick, the cheap shit, the bottom of the bathtub barrel mud crap. Ah. I am recovered. There was a lady, one of the sayings in Alcoholics Anonymous is, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And there was a lady there, and nothing against her. If this is what she wanted to do and it helped her stay sober, by all means, but the power greater than herself was her dead cat Morty. Okay, that's great. I've been to Narcotics Anonymous meetings where afterwards, when we walked outside to all have our cigarette, which there is just clouds of smoke at a AA and NA meeting, which is fine because I did it too. I smoked and drank coffee. I still drink my coffee like crazy. But outside of the meeting on the ground, there were, we call it hard white, it's crack, laying on the ground for anybody and everybody to pick up. Obviously, somebody brought it to the meeting, whether they were trying to sell it to recovering addicts or they had it and just dropped it when they got their cigarettes out of their pocket. I don't know. My point is, I don't want to put myself in that situation. I was at a 1-year anniversary one time, and the people that were going to speak came up, and they had all this pornographic paraphernalia, and I'm talking about, use your imagination. The cake was in the shape of, they had toys all over the table, sexual toys all over the table, and there's little kids there. 12-year-old, 10-year-old girls. People had brought their kid. I got up and walked out. I haven't been to one since. Not every meeting you go to is going to be like that, but you need to prepare yourselves that some of them are absolutely going to be like that. You may be sitting next to somebody who reeks of alcohol. I just don't want to put myself back into that kind of environment when I can just pick up the book and read it myself. And I know all about Bill W., Dr. Bob, and if you are early in recovery and don't know who they are, absolutely, I suggest you do some research on Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob. It is a fantastic story, and it's life-changing. It really is. And gets you a big book. But that is my personal mine opinion of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. Maybe yours is not as bad as the experiences I had. Maybe you have great experiences, which if you do, absolutely, it's a great program if it's working. Just be careful. That's all I got to say. That's it. I got to go to work, guys. Almost 10 minutes. I told you I can get on here and talk about addiction all day long. Stay tuned to the video, end of the video. 26-second clip with my merchandise. And if anybody wants anything, email me, sobrietyandsilver@gmail.com. Subscribe, come hang out with a sober dude. I know this video is going to rub people the wrong way, and I don't mean it. It's just my personal opinion. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed Tuesday.